right, guys, to give you some perspective, we have a very special guest today. She is a 20-something single professional woman living in the heart of
Dick Village.
Dick City, really. And you know, we really wanted to get the perspective of a younger woman that's single, that's going through the struggle, or is it a struggle? You know, I saw a tweet that I thought was great, and it said, Beyonce made a song called Single Ladies, then went home to her husband and left you lonely hoes dancing in a circle pretending to be happy.
That's amazing.
Jules, is that true?
I mean, I can relate.
So Jules, we connected with Jules. She actually has a podcast of her own that you should check out. It's called Neighborhood Jules. And if you're in the tri-state area, she interviews local businesses and entrepreneurs, and has just
if you're in Jersey and you listen to her podcast, you guys will like relate to a lot of things because you'll be like, oh my God, I go there, or I've been there, or I know this.
Yeah. And she's just fun too. I love Jules. She's also super pretty, guys.
Oh my God.
She is my cousin's twin. We just found out. She just walked in. She's like, oh my God, aren't you Mandy's cousin? I was like, oh my God. And she looks just like her. It's creepy. It's so weird. And like the three of us, if I was blonde, would look exactly
She's
alike.
my doppelganger.
I guess when I met Jules and we started talking about her single life, it kind of like blew my mind because Jules she has it all together. Like, she has a really great job. She's beautiful. She's funny. She's sweet. Like, I would date her in 2 seconds. So like and again, she lives in Hoboken, which if you guys aren't familiar, it's literally, they have it, what do they say? Like, it's the square mile with like most bars.
Bars per capita, yep.
Yep. It's insane. Like, it's home of a lot of single men, a lot of like businessmen, right? Like
a lot of post-grads probably from Jersey who don't want to live in the city, or they're just not ready for the city move yet. So it's it's an outer borough of the city. It just happens to be on the Jersey side of the Hudson River.
Tell us what are you dealing with?
We know nothing. That's why we're so quiet.
Yeah.
And I especially know nothing. So I'm just waiting for you because I'm ready to be schooled. I know nothing.
Well, I mean, I guess what I'm dealing with dating, it's a second job. So I do recruiting for a living. So I'm recruiting men in all aspects of my life, essentially. I think nowadays there's so many options, and with, you know, online apps, which is a whole other rabbit hole to go down to. There's so many options, and, you know, if you get bored with something, it's not about, oh, we go to the same church or we live next door, because you have a 50-mile radius with apps now to find contenders.
We were talking earlier about do you still meet people in the wild?
Yeah, like, do you just go out and be like, oh my God, he bought me a drink, so I like to, or is it like, oh, I saw him on Tinder, and I swiped left, like, we gotta leave this bar? Like,
not really. I have a thing. Eye contact is everything. So I have friends who will like walk into a bar and they will just stare down who they're interested in. And if they're available, they'll come over.
I fuck them.
Okay. So I'm a bad eye fucker.
Wait, what?
my friends used to say that I fuck people, and that's how they knew.
I thought you were saying
into.
I fucked them. And I was like,
no,
very
my
good,
God.
right?
Oh my God, no.
You know who I'm talking about.
Just every guy in the bar. No, thank you.
Just so you guys know, we literally stopped the podcast to open
Fill
a
up.
bottle of rosé. So
This is like a white girl episode as fuck. Drinking
on the job.
Yeah.
if you go out on Friday night, is that how you're meeting somebody?
Well, this is the thing. So there are people who are very comfortable with the eye contact thing, but I feel nowadays that is even not working as much because guys are so scared of rejection. And I think just it's a millennial thing that unless you have something set up beforehand, or you know you've gotten that validation that someone's interested in you, they're not going to approach you. So the app kind of creates this safety in between of like, okay, she's interested, I'll let her know where I'm going tonight. I have this option if I don't, you know, meet someone out, or I have 5 other people that I'm talking to. So I think that's become sort of
just
a
broke into
blanket.
a cold sweat. I'm sorry, listening to her talk. I'm
Are you
so
getting
nervous.
Vietnam flashbacks?
Yeah. Having PTSD.
I feel bad though. I've had to deal with the apps since I graduated college. I've been single. I'm like a professionally single girl, unfortunately. Unfortunately, because there's been some fun out of it. But
I was going to say, like, me and Tracy are just sitting here sweating because we remember the bad parts, but there were some fucking good parts.
Are you kidding? I literally can't talk on air about
I just saw a dazzle in Tracy's eyes.
It was like a glimmer of hope from my past.
Yeah, like, it ain't all bad being single. Like,
It depends what your intention is. If,
Right.
you know, I go through waves. There's times like in the summer, it's like, I just want to go out and have fun. And you're not worried about how you come off if you look at someone or something like that, or if it works out or not. And even in some dates, I'm just kind of like, I just need to get out there and talk and meet people. And I've actually made friends through some of my dating. Like I have a whole group of friends through one guy that I met on Tinder
girls?
years ago. Girls and guys.
Wow.
Because he and I mean, it didn't work out with him and I, but we're friendly. But all of our friends were very similar. We all went down to the shore in the summer. We all liked going out to the same spots. So now like one of my best friends came through that. So it's had some funny outcomes also.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so what apps are you using to date? So I know one of them. What do I call it?
You called it Hitch. HITCH.
Goodbye.
As in the movie
Goodbye.
that Will Smith started in like 2000.
Call God, send help.
It's called what?
Hinge.
Hinge. That's like the big one, right?
So it's my favorite.
Shut up, Jamie.
So with apps, it's quantity over quality, and I think Hinge limits that a little bit or brings that down. That you only get 10 likes a day, so you really have to look at the
Whoa.
profiles and be like,
Oh.
okay,
My
I'm
God.
Wait,
interested.
what does that mean? You get to like 10 people a day?
Only 10. So after you exceed 10, unless
How many are you allowed to like on the other ones?
like Bumble, you can just swipe for the rest of your life and get carpal
my
tunnel. Yeah. But Hinge, it's their whole thing is like we've set this up for you to find
Me and
someone.
Tracy already have that because we're 30. But go on.
We have the real carpal tunnel. That's why we're laughing. We're like, she's over here swiping on guys, and we just have it because we're old and our bones are creaking.
So Hinge you can do up to 10. So because you only have 10, you really want to look at the pictures. You want to look at what they're saying on it. On Bumble, I'm guilty of it too. I just look at the picture. I'm like, oh, they're my type. Then I'll swipe.
So what is your type?
My type is, I love arms. Like I don't care about
Girl,
anything
you're preaching
else.
to the choir.
I
here.
love arms. Any guy that I've dated, my friends are like, of course with the
This
arms.
is okay. This is what I was saying earlier, though. Like, these are the arm guys get you into fucking trouble.
Yeah, because the arm
They're
guys
trouble.
are hot.
It depends. There's different species of arm guys. There's the guy that like goes to the gym 24/7. He wants a chick who's just as fit as him, and it's like, I'm sorry. Once I have a kid, there's no chance that my stomach's going to be that tight, or probably ever, even right now, as you do. But then there's guys that just they could probably have a dad bod, but still like nice, strong.
Oh my
arms
God, I'm
to
such a
hold
fan of
on
a dad
to.
bod. We love a dad bod.
I'm not. I accept it later on in life that'll probably happen to whoever my significant other is.
No,
but
my husband has fucking abs, and I'm like, where's the dad bod? Where'd it go? Like,
You're
I'm like,
not
what
a
happened? Like,
fan
I
of the
don't
dad
know.
bod?
Oh my God, it's so comfortable. They have so much. Oh my God, and they like wrap themselves around you. Abs make me feel bad about myself.
yeah, I don't want abs.
No,
I want muscle definition because like I'm active too.
This is like the life of. But listen to her. She doesn't want
wants
necessarily
the arms.
abs, but not dad bod, but abs definition.
See how
it's so
much-
specific.
Yeah, no
Not
wonder you
ab
guys.
definition, but like I want to know that you do work out.
Yeah.
Because
I
if
just
you're
want your
not-
arms to be the size of my head. I don't care if you put them there through surgery. I
You
just
want
them there.
something to hold on to. If
Yeah.
so last year I was like, you know what? I'm going to go totally outside of my type. I have a big personality, so I need someone who has a big personality too.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked in my favor though. So I was like, let me go for someone who's a little bit more like we complement each other. He's more quiet, I'm more outgoing. And there was this guy who was great on paper and so sweet, but he was skinny. And
No.
I just remember when I was in bed with him and I grabbed his arm, I was like, oh my God, this is like
My
grabbing-
thigh is bigger than his arm. That's
Yeah.
all I would have thought.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me ask you guys this: is that
First of all, sex and sexual attraction is the main cause of a
course,
relationship.
It's
So if that's not
important,
there,
of course. But like,
it will never work.
what if you just passed on like a really good guy because of his
a guy you're going to cheat on
skinny?
because with guys who have arms.
You like who you like. I agree. It frustrated me so much that I didn't like this guy, but if it's not there, it's not there, and you can't force it.
Like my single friend on a date she just went on asked the guy if he squats. I'm like, you can't ask somebody that on their
Oh
first
my
date if they squat. Like
God.
if she likes that, I'm like, it is. You gotta break. I just feel
you
like
have to wait before you do something like that.
He was like, you know who this fucking is, and he
Oh.
doesn't squat, and they broke up.
Oh, that was such a
Squats
fail.
are non-negotiable for some people, I guess.
Don't forget, guys, new clips air every Thursday. So see you next Thursday.
Hosted on dimlywit.com.
Even though we are not your best examples.
We're the best you've got.
So cheers, bitches.
Cheers. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for updates, and if you like this clip, share it with a friend.